What is up, Castle Clash? Okay, so this will be my first response to the commentary video that I just posted, part 1, so this will be part 2. There was a request made for an HBM. I know I've done them before, but I guess I could go over it more in depth. I use my the Death Clover by Leary 93 with my own right here. The very top corner is my own little spin on things, I guess. Towers are level 8 now. This one will be level 8. Actually, I'll just go ahead and make that level 8. Okay, so all level 8s. I've found sometimes that the hero traps, and I'll show you where I place hero traps, are semi-important on F5. It's important enough. I know that hero traps and bombs really don't do anything, and IGG promised they were going to upgrade those, and they did, but really nothing great, nothing recognizable really. Hero traps do a little bit more damage than they used to. Let's see. Let's go over hero bases. So right here, all my bases are 16. I've got my druid on this base, right here in this corner. My spirit mage in this corner, and in this corner. And I got my TG in the center. The reason I have the druid and the spirit mage in these two corners is because this tower layout right here, the wall protrudes all the way as deep as it can go around the wall. So when that tower is targeted, the heroes spend the longest amount of time running down this channel or this channel to wrap around and get to that tower. And I want my druid and my spirit mage and also my TG to really get off as many hits as they can to charge their energy bar to proc. The AoE is really essential. Then I have my PD up in this corner and Succubus in this corner. The reason I have them there, Succubus is semi-tanky, almost 19,000 HP, and Pumpkin Duke with almost 20,000 HP. I like them up there because Pumpkin Duke a lot of times will have a solo here, and he'll proc and get all the rest of my heroes proc with Celebrate, and it just makes for a really good synergy. I know there's been times I talk a lot about synergy and stuff, but it's really important in HBM. On a side note, I do believe that this base setup really caters to people that have better heroes than towers. It's not really so much about the towers. You'll see I don't use Garrison, even up through Wave G. I do have all of these for Garrisons. I do not use them, however. I really like to split the EXP between 5 heroes, and when it takes 300k to get a level, I would really prefer it go into only 5 heroes. So with that, let's go ahead and start an F wave without garrisons, and hopefully we'll get some of the principles of what I just said. Mecha Men will always come in. This is the only problem that I really see, is when the Mecha Men come in, the PD kind of jumps out here, and sometimes it will inspire this wave of whatever else is with those Mecha Men to come over and attack the PD. But I've noticed, as long as I have any combination of Druid and TG, I really don't have to worry about not completing this wave. There was a while last week where I was actually getting between 125 and 175,000 EXP off of F-Wave. So that's really good EXP for 5 heroes. You can get as much on G-Wave, but at least for right now with my heroes levels, it's so much less. It just happens so much less. It's so much less frequent to get a full 100% victory on G without garrisons. That guild hall, it's important to note that guild hall is level 20, so it has 63,000 HP. It actually has more than my town hall. I'd never use troops. In G-Wave I do, but not in F. I got this idea from a player in the Taiwan server, this split right here, where it kind of gives the base a front and a back, and that large V in the back, that's just the resource V. I like that because waves of heroes and troops can really go through that really quick, and that's what you want. Ultimately, you want to be left with, after wave 1, you want to be left with just the center, just the clover. So there they go, they're targeting here. And Thunder God does what Thunder God does. Also important to note, after the update, the visual update, and they changed the AI, the Succubus has actually really changed what she attacks and what she doesn't. You'll notice a Succubus will almost always, try to come in through one of the walls, right there. That's really annoying. That really throws things off kilter. It messes things up come F5 because the enemy heroes and troops will start bleeding into the structures here. I actually might not make it through F5, and it really throws the flow off. I had a couple F waves this morning where I actually had no towers left, and my heroes were targeted by F5, and like this right here, and they actually made it out. I was surprised. So right here, we're gonna get my druid targeted. And we got the PD over there who died, but at least he procced before he died. So with my TG having revive, like I said in my previous video, it's simply amazing because of the amount of AoE and just incredible stopping power that he has. To have revive it's incredible. It's a second life, a second proc, and it's usually immediate. The TG will usually die at full energy, come back, proc, and not be targeted. So it's really cool, not to mention it being ultra cool in the boss battle. You can send in someone with revive first and have them tank, especially stunner, have them tank and die, and then drop your other heroes in so that they're targeted, and then the stunner comes back and stuns and continues to stun. So let's see if I can get another. I'll do F wave again and see if I can get my TG to die. Hopefully we can keep a little bit more of a split where we've got good hero and troop groups going around. It looks like we do. It's always a drag when the paladin's left. His damage is so bad. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a paladin left. That's okay. Yeah, if Succubus and Champion end up coming inside to where my Spirit Mage is, we might get a Spirit Mage proc off on the paladin. That'll shorten things up. Little tiny self-destruct there. Usually in F-Wave, none of the heroes have more than a 2 out of 5 talent, which is nice. I couldn't imagine sending a 121 ninja in with a 5 out of 5 self-destruct. That would be terrible. So Succubus might just stop here on the wall. No, she follows the group. So there's the TG doing 22,000 damage on whatever hero that was. He's really amazing. He really is. The only thing that would make this team better, I suppose, would be Atlantic Core, which I do not have. Or the Grizzly Reaper. I've heard that he gets a hell of a lot better because he looks terrible. Honestly, he looks really terrible. But I heard that he gets better. I've seen a few players have 7-star Reapers, which I really don't understand. That's some really fast leveling. But that he gets a lot better as the levels go by, which would make sense with what they just did to the arena. The arena does favor levels more now than talents, which is cool for a lot of the free-to-play players. So it also goes hand in hand with the HBM EXP that a lot of players are getting. I mean, it's much easier to level nowadays than back when we had the good UI. I don't know. Maybe you guys can leave comments on that, what you guys think about the UI. I mean, I still think it's terrible, but I don't really see them doing anything about it. So, there's another F, 93,000 EXP, no hero losses, 35 shards. So yeah, so that's my base setup right now. I've been contemplating switching to something like what Sand has. He's got... Where'd he go? Is he not on page 2? I thought he was. Did he get beat out? Oh, he did. He'll come back. Something like this. I've been thinking about changing to that. Whatever Leary called it. Crux de la Cracks or whatever it's called. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This one's working really good for me, so. But there you have it. My HBM setup. And a more in-depth review of the base and my heroes. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks.